Friends, welcome back to Frosty Faustings 17, and it is time. We are once again ready for another banger of a top 8 in Legacy Guilty Gear. It is time for Guilty Gear XR Rev 2. We are going to crown another champion. My name is Clage, here once again with the homie Raph. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. The middle child of the Guilty Gear franchise coming at you. Frosty Faustings with just an amazing storyline of players grinding from yesterday until today, whittling down to this amazing top 8 of just the absolute units from across the globe.
Yeah.
You know, not just centralized here for North America, but we got some folks from Europe, from Japan, rounding us out and making this just a spectacular showing.
Yeah, absolutely. And yet again, the storyline concludes just like yesterday. We got to see the first back-to-back Legacy Guilty Gear champion in years at this event. And we have a chance to do it again as RTW, Ray the Warrior, once again back in top 8 after that absolutely incredible run last year. One of the best grand finals I've ever seen in XR history. We'll see if he can navigate this again, but he has work to do as we are going to broaden it off. He is going to be taking on the Chipp god himself, Summit, over from Japan, fresh off that high-end run, top 3 in Plus R last night. We also have two other XR veterans on winner's side, Yousagi and Crocs and Socks. You know them, you love them, you know it's going to be a banger as well. Who we got on loser's side, Raph?
Losers real quick, the Leo master themselves, Lotus, going to go up against one of the most legacy story players in Guilty Gear from North America, MarlinPie. And finishing up with USA quotation marks own Pida versus Mayumis from Japan.
Alrighty. And we are going in. It is time to start the show. This man from Puerto Rico has a belt to defend, but he is going to have to do it against one of the OGs of all time.
You know what that C on the hat and the jersey stand for?
I believe I do. I believe it is champion.
And that's what the energy RTW is bringing here to our finals day. The heart of a champion, the will. But Summit denied yesterday in Plus R.
Yeah.
Taking home third place, not even a silver.
Yeah.
Wants to get that revenge here and take home the gold. Here we go.
All
First
right.
to two.
It is time to rock, friends. Let us go in. Summit versus Ray the Warrior. Winner's side, top 8. We're going to start off Ray the Warrior with a nice little conversion. Going in. All right. Summit, good patience, defense using that down S. An amazing poke and challenge button from Chipp. A lot of respect right now. Good clip with the far S and gets the knockdown, but a nice escape by Summit.
And if RTW, the story here is, can RTW keep the fish being the targets of the attacks? The fish have hitboxes. They take a sort of hit. So if that can force big damage on RTW's side, look at this lead they have so far, just staying out of Chipp's play range.
Yeah, just kind of nickel and diming, using the fish as a shield. Very common with these type of characters in Guilty Gear. Baits the burst and a nice punish, and RTW in a great position to take the first round to start off this top 8. Beta Blade not getting through there. No first breaks here, sir. And RTW, your defending champion, off to a 1-0 lead.
So I know it's early, but would you believe if I told you fish is kind of really super cheap?
They might be all right. Might be an okay projectile to put on your screen once in a while.
Beating a dead angle, beating DPs, it is a better character than some other ones in this game. And RTW using it so effectively. Look how much damage already on the table. Ice Spike, YRC, into more pressure with the bubble, the dust from downtown. Nothing good here.
Yeah, really impressive. Ray going right back in, and Summit just has not had a chance to really even play the game, being locked down, and Ray the Warrior coming out saying, "This is my belt. You are not taking it, my friend," and that is a convincing 2-0 to start us off.
Dizzy Boricua coming through here, just making sure that Summit, just like Plus R, you are not welcome into this top 2. And so far, though, Summit has done a great job making adjustments. That's been their MO. Is sure the first game might be hairy, but they're so good at adapting, changing up their sequences, their pressure, and answering back.
Wow, nice use of the Gamma Blade. So hard to deal with. If you trade with it, no you didn't. You just lost that trade, but did earn the burst there. And now we're going back to neutral, going to play some games. Summit going to try back in. He gets hit with the forward punch, and it's now cornered, not where you want to be against Dizzy.
Hey, get out of the corner with that burst, trying to go downtown. Watch out for the dirty bubble. Doesn't want to take that damage, but a teleport RC is going to get a grab. The backdash tail. Wow. Nice idea from RTW. Finds the low, massive damage. Almost had the IAD extension.
Yeah, beautiful use of backdash YRC to get out of the pressure. And now we're back to neutral, but the counter hit. Can Summit close it up? Not quite. Woes for the reset. Ray's still alive, but a 5K confirmed. And Summit is on the board 1-0 in game 2.
Yeah, see, Dizzy, not a lot of life there, right? High damage, high mobility, but like Chipp, can really feel the pain. And right here you see a simple air-to-air combo is going to do so much with the hard knockdown. Meaty, I love that. Catching back dashes, we've seen Ray do that a lot.
Oof. Calls out the air dash. We've seen Ray go into that a lot. It is a thing he has a propensity to do, and Summit is picking up on it. Slams it with the 2H and has a massive life lead. Doesn't bait the burst, though. RTW with a little bit of a sliver of hope. Can he run this all the way back? Did it multiple times last year.
Looks like not the case there. Great air dash with the jump K into the Beta Blade. We're all tied up 1-1 as, again, Summit has made this huge adjustment. Went into that deep reservoir of decades of Guilty Gear knowledge to tie things up.
Yeah, and you're seeing this matchup very, very momentum-based. If Dizzy can earn the corner, hold Chipp down, it's really hard to escape. As soon as Chipp is on top of her, though, it is a difficult task to get him away. And now a burst is baited. Summit is on one right now and looking clean.
Oh, wait. Big air throw, though, from Summit to turn the tides. But that wake-up Alpha Blade to escape the corner still takes a lot of damage into some setup. Firefish, we have the spike, avoids the Dan angle with the crouch.
Yeah, avoids it, but not able to punish. And now in the corner, Summit should be able to guts crush here. Very nice. And Summit on the verge of set point to start off winner's side, top 8. Our defending champion, Ray the Warrior, very much on the back foot.
Yeah, just everywhere he wants to go. Summit's already there, playing 5 steps ahead. Finds a crouching SO. Gonna be able to get some crazy anti-air damage, but a nice Alpha Blade to stuff the fish. And now RTW life lead starting to diminish just a little bit.
Nice instant block. Nice poke to avoid being completely cornered here. Let's see what Ray's got on deck. Summit opts to burst immediately, but Ray able to escape the corner, and now we're going back to neutral. But the jump heavy earns a knockdown, and it begins. Drops the combo. Summit gets the air throw.
Back at you, big air grab. There's the bite fish. Eats the dead angle once more. You cannot take Dizzy's Oki off you. Once he puts you under fish pressure, you have to block, you have to pray. Double Luigi.
It's what makes this character so terrifying in the corner. You're not fighting just one character. You're fighting Summons and the character at once. And Summit is once again stuck in the corner. The big confirms that did a grip.
And has the meter follow it up to chase down. Great backdash. Doesn't get the second hit of the Tiger Knee. Alpha Blade. More pressure from RTW. Another Ice Spike YRC available. Instead, the Bitefish gets beaten out by the Alpha Blade. And Summit now alive.
Woo. The mix starts. Summit turning this around. That Alpha Blade escape, giving him some momentum. But now Alpha Blade's back into the corner, and Ray looking to close it out. But the burst. We are down to the nitty-gritty here. Who's going to close this out? Backdash out of the Ice Spike. Summit is in there. Knockdown. What's the mix? Up. Doesn't bait the burst. No burst left. No get out of jail.
Avoiding both players out of the way. There's a throw. Mix up from either player could do it. Off the wall. Gets the hit. Goes down, and Summit brings it 2-1 off of a clean corner confirm. Bringing that all the way back to make it to winners finals.
Look at the sigh of relief on one of the true OG Guilty Gear players. That shows you what the pressure is like up on those sticks for a top 8 at what can be considered the premier Xrd tournament of the year. By the way, it's only January.
It is just January. The rest of the year's got a lot to make up for and has a big hurdle to go over if it wants to match the energy we're seeing here. But hey, that's just the beauty of Frosty Faustings. We kick off the year with the best Guilty Gear action you're gonna find in the world, and it's just been a treat so far. As Saturday, I mean, we're still moving along at a good pace. It's a little early in the afternoon, 4 o'clock, right? There's still gonna be some strive for those who love that game for their top 8 later on in the day as well. So whatever your poison, Frosty Fausti's serving.
Yeah, and you're seeing, obviously this top 8 is nothing but killers, right? But it's been nothing but killers since like top 96. Like it's just been like, you look at the matchups and you're like, so this is top, no, 96. 96 left, and you're just like, bro, this is brutal. Like, how do you get through this? And the answer is be the best of the best and beat the best of the best. And that's what we've got left. And now another banger for you coming up. The Slayer himself, Crocs and Socks. That name is not just for funsies, friends. It means something, but he is taking on a Frosty Faustings champion himself. one of the best, if not the best Johnny in North America, Yousagi.
And don't be fooled by the dapper look Crocs and Socks is bringing to the table. One, yes, because Crocs and Socks are there. They're staying true to themselves, but bringing a little dandy to this stage. So looking the part of the Slayer player, and Yousagi just the Johnny of all time, holding the mantle of Johnny's past like KV and just dominating with this character as one would expect.
So we all kind of know Johnny really well. He's very well documented excerpt, has a lot of incredible tools, has the amazing pressure. If you're Crocs, how do you approach this type of matchup? We all know that both these characters thrive on the ground linearity that they're both able to apply. But obviously Slayer, much more meter hungry, not able to kind of free from the pressure as much. If you're Crocs, what are you looking to do to get on top of this matchup with Yousagi?
You're looking for that one chance. You're looking for one opportunity to just bring big Slayer damage, to do a little meme and have a little fun and make it count. Johnny's going to make it hard. Big buttons, big range, and Yusagi's great reactions going to make that extra difficult. But Slayer's not one that cares too much about being under pressure. Backdash into the jump cancel can avoid so much Oki, which will be interesting here how Yousagi answers that.
Yeah, and right now we see Crocs and Socks has 50% meter online. Play a game with yourself at home, friend. As soon as you see Slayer with 50% meter, count how long it takes for a pile bunker to come out just like that. And Crocs and Socks going to use dead on time and close this out with an OTG. No, not quite. Just a sliver left, and Yousagi says, you didn't finish your plate, my friend. We're not done here. But no danger time, not giving you the chance to run it back. Crocs and Socks, aggressive play on the danger time, says, nah, I'm just going to poke him. We're not going to play the safety and go into FD. Not about that life.
And right now, though, ate the coin, blocked the sweep. Yousagi getting great damage here and getting the knockdown off this Y. Has level 2 Mistfinder available just in case they need it.
And
level 3 available here, yeah.
Don't get counter hit, my friend. You will be there till the next millennia.
I like these empty dandy steps from Crocs and Socks. Finds the antidote with the 5P. Catches him air to air with the Black P combo. Is going to try to go for the knockdown. Didn't quite get it. And takes a snipe for massive damage.
Sniped with the level 3 Mistfighter, but does not get the one-hit Zwei knockdown. Oh, did he flinch? Yes, he did. Burst dead on time. And yes, you are dead and on time. Crocs and Socks 1-0. Just immediately, oh, was that a flinch? Was that a movement? Do I have an answer for you, my friend? It is a fist.
There's just a smirk on Yusagi's face, just like, I know that Crocs and Socks like to pull the trigger, I just don't know when. Burst dead on time is their like go-to victory attack, and
that is the challenge, right? Against these elite Xrd Slayers, you know they're gonna let it rip sometime, but you don't know when.
Right. Doesn't get the combo after level 2 Mistfinder, so heavy slash connects. Nothing after. Cross over. Get into full sequence with the knockdown. Time for some messy guess. He says, low, say my name comes out. Not going to connect.
That does not escape, even though it wasn't punished. And now, Yousagi looking a little rough right now. Will we opt for a hero burst here? Try to run this back? Nope. Gonna let it go. And now ready. Crocs and Socks on set point, looking real clean.
Right, Yusagi's got a lot to answer for. Has not been able to match this damage from Crocs and Socks. Everything is just landing. These dandy step power bunkers, crosswise deals. And as long as Yousagi can hit the one-hit Y, has the best ability, a lot of tools to keep Slayer from jumping out, but a counter hit, Mappa Hunch. It's going to add up a lot of damage here, but a great blitz.
All right, very nice from Yousagi. We'll see if he can get online here. We're seeing some kind of uncharacteristic drops, and just as I say it, commentator's curse lives on. Not what you usually see out of Yousagi. So good at finishing his play, executing those confirms, but right now it is costing him, and counter hit pile bunker. Not able to get the full combo though. So Yousagi still with a breath of life here. Did we flinch again? We sure
That's
did.
A punish.
And that is it, my friends. Crocs and Socks convincingly. 2-0, and if you're wondering why Yousagi didn't burst, well, you can't. That's a super. Your burst is locked out, my friend.
Crocs and Socks off to steal a runabout. Just wants to make sure that no one will get away with anything, and he's picking everyone's pockets. And again, the book you saw he had earlier. So that's something that we talked about before this. It's a special guide written by Kadako. Brought it from Japan when Crocs went to Japan in Shinjuku Sports Land, the big arcade haven of Exer, right?
Yeah.
He saw this book and asked Kadako about it. Kadako said, I wrote basically this dust loop in a book, this guide with all of the frame data tools to learn Guilty Gear, so you have a MOOC in the palm of your hands. So he is here with that book that Kadako gave him, glancing through it, popping through it, and to know the kind of like that kind of data, those little things where a punish like that can happen so effectively. Not to say that he just learned that now,
right?
But that's just the student of the game, as jokey and funny as he can be. The amount of knowledge in that knock far exceeds 90% of the players.
That's cool, and that's so cool. That's such an old school thing. For those of you who might be in the newer era where pretty much all our information is posted in Discords, on social media, stuff like that. Back in the day, we used to have MOOCs, basically Bibles for games with all the frame data, all the information, matching up flowcharts of like punishes, what you can do if you block X, Y, and Z. Just wealths of knowledge that really did kind of form the game plan of competitive fighting games back in the day. So to know that's still alive and you're getting that cross-culture sharing, that is awesome. I think that is some of the coolest things you could possibly have in this modern fighting game era. So
love it.
Very, very cool. And it showed.
It's cool.
Yousagi did not get going, just never got into his groove, and Crocs goes on consistently. But now, down on our loser side, we have Lotus taking on another true OG, MarlinPie. Been doing it forever.
Across 3 different Guilty Gears, XX, Xrd, maybe a little Stripe, not too sure, but either way, they have been a monster and a master. But Lotus, one of the best in North America, went down to lose a little early in top 96, but has a statement to make and already putting MarlinPie in the corner. Leo Whitefang pressure, so scary, finds extra confirm, big damage incoming, and MarlinPie not going to get a chance to play.
Yeah, really struggling to get out of the corner here. Eno, of course, without meter, has to rely almost solely on system mechanics defensively, not able to escape, and Lotus snipes that out with the flash kick and a convincing 1-0 start in game 1. But MarlinPie doing what MarlinPie does. How do you anti-air in Guilty Gear? You throw a fool.
And great block, though, on the jump dust overhead. Found a great anti-air as well with the 5P. But Stroke the Big Tree is going to get this knockdown. Eno's all about getting a nice knockdown and some more pressure, but Leo having a flash kick means so much because one errant move from MarlinPie gets met with big damage. RC for the air dash, incoming pressure. One more guess, and Lotus may have the game.
I love the jump there. Was looking to see if a dead angle was going to come out. Almost certainly would have jump canceled to try and bait it. Doesn't see anything, goes, cool, I'm going low. And that's a quick 1-0 for Lotus.
You mentioned flowchart, and Lotus right now in that Leo Whitefang flowchart right there. Just swing, get this knockdown, go in the back turn, keep you under pressure in the corner, and if you try to escape, you're going to eat a flash kick or a dust in this occasion.
Yeah, wow, nice challenge there after the shield didn't connect. And right now, Lotus is just on it. Looks like he only finds a gap, not quite. Lotus being safe against that super, right back to the corner, and MarlinPie, very little resources, able to escape though, but that flash kick, just like you said, my friend.
Yeah, very, very strong. Big tool, wants to be in the air. Leo denying that, but holding down back, gets tagged, and immediate slashes right through MarlinPie, not FDing, eats the damage. Now Lotus one more round away from eliminating MarlinPie from this top 8 in 7th place.
Yeah, I really like what Lotus is doing. The best way to keep from dealing with a heavy Vortex character like Eno, don't let her play the game. Just make sure she is on the back foot the whole way, and that's been executed to perfection so far. Once again, a nice air interrupt. Going to get the knockdown.
Nice escape too, avoiding the super, going to be able to counter it out. Doesn't counter the HCL. There's the note for a little extra damage and a stroke to big tree. A light combo here. Oh, that was super scary. MarlinPie did not want to go in at the risk of the flash kick.
Yeah, also a little bit of a drop and then nothing doing after that. And right now, Lotus right back in. And yet again, MarlinPie stuck in the corner, trying to challenge his way out. Does escape, getting over the overhead kick. And now, that great defense from Lotus. Pristine blocking, says, nah, go right back there. I know where you belong.
And there's debate on the dead angle. A double jump to get right over it. Lotus with just the perfect plays, the perfect awareness, showcasing why you might be playing the quote-unquote gorilla character, but there's a lot of brain and a lot of just awareness behind that. Very just calm and demure man.
Yeah, absolutely. Just literally did not let MarlinPie ever really start the Eno game plan. Had an answer, looking for those interrupts in the air, go up and challenge, because you know Eno's going to be airborne. That is part of the character's tried and true process. If you go up and sniper, Leo gets massive reward for sniping the air. You go to the ground, you're in back turn stance. That is all you can ever ask for as a Leo player. And again, I really like that we saw the return of the dead angle. I'm like, I think that was a jump cancel bait that didn't need to happen. The next time he's like, this time you're going to do it. And just like you said, up here, cerebral in the dome. Can't do it much better.
Strong flow chart, making a way through. Is going to get to that next match. MarlinPie out at the 7th place, but Lotus again going to losers, a chip on their shoulder, doing such a great job like all the way throughout. And just, you know, the structure of the game can flow a certain way if you let it rock, but if you know how to do what you can do in situations to bust out and make those right decisions. And just seeing, like, you know, again, it's 2025, Leo jump K still being annoying as heck. Air-to-air jump in, MarlinPie just having to take it, and just happens, doesn't work out, but you get a medal either way.
Yeah, so. And make no mistake, friends, taking MarlinPie out of a Guilty Gear tournament is a big deal. North American Guilty Gear would not be where it is without MarlinPie. He has been a massive part of this community for over 2 decades, has dropped a lot of knowledge. One of the best training mode tech rats you will ever find. If you want someone to go dig deep into the ideals of even the most minute situations and give you a decent answer on how you might try to approach it, MarlinPie is a wonderful place to start. Just one of the most well-studied players ever. So big round of applause. Always good to see him out, still doing the thing, one of the OGs. But we do have to move on. And I believe you mentioned we have a conscripted Czech Republic member that we have adopted here at the States, I take it.
And once again, coming back on the stage, fixing a stick. Every time he's been up here, he's been like making adjustments to whatever's going on back there. At least this time, not taking too much time fixing it. But this is one of Europe's zone's finest. Has done extremely well over on that side of the world since the early Exer days. Playing Axel, has moved on to the Raven. Pida from the Czech Republic has currently been co-opted by the community here. So you might hear some chants from the crowd, but we're going to keep this a little worldwide of an action because his opponent from Japan, Mayumis, with the Sin, giving us a little bit of that Sin representation in this top 8 is, again, we have no repeat characters.
Yeah.
But one of these two must go to see who can continue on into that next round.
And very interesting. Oddly enough, despite Sin being a very kind of beginner-friendly character, has a pretty simple game plan, very popular character in the States, never really caught on in Japan. You had a couple players here and there who picked him up. We had some Johnny players pick him up before Johnny was put back in the game, but never really caught on in Japan, other than during the early days when Sin was, frankly, kind of busted. Elk Hunt +1 was a choice that was made once in time. We have learned from our mistakes and moved on, but I'm very curious. I've not seen a lot of Mayumis play, so I'm very curious to see how he approaches Sin in this modern Guilty Gear Exert era.
And all right, getting a little button check, but I mean, it's always fun to see. Like Mayumis, like Summit, makes great adjustments and knows like what players are looking out for because, you know, when you IB certain things, when you defend things a certain way against Sin, it opens up a kind of a little mini game of who can guess right and who can guess wrong. And Mayumis definitely understanding the opponent's tendencies in those situations and does a great job of punishing those in that way. But Raven, a character that likes to take the punishment, is eager to get hit and get blown up because that makes him stronger and he can put Sin in the blender. So it's going to be a heck of a match here between these two worldwide warriors.
Yeah, of course, the counterpart to that Sin, one of the best forward punches in the game, and it occupies a space that Raven is very fond of operating in. Absolutely will snuff out lazy air dashes, lazy glides, and of course, Sin has a DP that is cancelable for no meter, which is really, really good in a game like Guilty Gear. So, like you said, you get that RPS situation, but it's kind of like instead of playing, you know, RPS shoot, it's more like R shoot, S shoot. Like, you're going to have to be quick on the draw because it comes fast and furious with those cancels. And we are going in.
I love that round start excitement stance. Knowing that Sin's got such great mid-range buttons. Just saying, hey, swing, go ahead, try to attack, get me excitement gauge up, make me more powerful. Button for punishment, happy to take it, but you find a peak driver, there's the knockdown, gonna take a, not a bite to eat, just gonna go for the leap into a grab.
Yeah, wants to keep the pressure on, hold the corner, but gets blitzed and immediately gripped out. I love using that. No chance for a blitz back, don't have to worry about the guessing game. Just just go in. Ooh, gets caught up on the last hit of the orbit right now. Mayumis a little bit on the back foot. Does eat, gets the YRC, and does the timing correctly so he gets the calories. That was clutch. And now going to the corner. Wow, a lot of respect from both players there. Nobody doing nothing, but Mayumis comes out ahead.
All right. Guys, back dash on the dust, the dash, and with the close K, and gets a punish into a small knockdown. Gonna get the grip, get the excitement up, and now guess for game on Mayumis. Blocks out, has meter for a cancel, gonna go for the Voltic Dane, and now the mix, nice burst back.
YRC earns the corner and now has Mayumis pinned down. Waiting his turn, trying to eke out, not wanting to run into an anti-air. YRC trying to stay safe, and we're going all the way back to neutral. Not able to confirm on the jump heavy, but Pida goes up, gives the poke, and confirms and takes round one in a very close back and forth.
In a battle of air-to-airs, Raven going to be one of the best with those buttons, the jump P, any of those, really. Can't work out so well, but there's that sick you talked about. Caught swooping, and now eating this big fat damage.
You know when you get counter hit 6P by sitting in the corner and he has any food, it's going to be a grip. Have another grip, my friend. That is all of your life bar. Level 5 Guts will not save you here soon, and Mayumis says, all right, we good, 1-1, let's go to a third round.
All off one anti-air. All it needs is a chance to really blow up. A nice backdash from Pida. Gonna get the grab here, mixing up the swoop pressure. And excitement not really built up here, but the corner's gonna be very strong.
Catches with the needle, but immediately tagged after the YRC, but no confirms for other player. Okay, counter hit Elk Hunt. The cross up, it's very nice, and we're going right back in. Mayumis playing very aggressively now, takes his food option. RC's the beak driver, baits the burst, and should be able to close this out with the stun. And Mayumis says, those backdashes are nice and all, sir, but I have a stick, and it has a flag on it, and I would like you to chew on it.
Yeah, chewing that is not, no nutritional value there as Pida unfortunately falling that first game, but had great moments here throughout, good decision making. But damage from Mayumis is what really turns the tides in these situations. What a great jump forward, waited for a potential burst, and now almost max excitement here for Pida. Any of these hits could be huge.
Barely escaping that 6P, that was scary, but Pida comes out way ahead, earns the corner. Now a burst whiffs from Mayumis, one return to another, and suddenly Pida in a dominating position, but great defense in the challenge with the beat driver with the full confirm.
Oh, the clash on the opposite side. Pida, you monster, pressing a button, gets countered in the air, takes a big bite. We have meter for RCs, but the burst going to come from Pida. A needle YRC would be pretty good here, instead just runs in to the jump heavy.
Nice challenge there by Pida, though. Pushing Mayumis back to the corner. YRC, he is out. Bull Bash is going to be a ton of damage, and this should close it out. Mayumis on set point. Pida down to his last life. Has to run this back here and now, or will be dropping out in 7th place.
All right, a little tough road here, but shown that has the power to do it, just has to find a way to close out. But a close slash in the beak driver. There's the leap. There's the jump with the jump dust. Keeping that stab pressure, and a slash is going to whiff. Big lead for Mayumis.
Yeah, right now Mayumis all over. Excitement meter is built up, but loses the life in the process, and now the burst is baited, and that is a wrap. 7 golden letters. Mayumis dominant once he got a handle on that matchup, and is going to stay alive. Big ups to Pida. Strong showings in both Legacy Guilty Gears this weekend. Always cool to see the Eastern European community coming the long trek over here to the Midwest, taking part in our annual celebration of Guilty Gears. So lots of love to Pida. Hope to see him back at future events.
Texas, Slovakia represent.
There you go.
All I know from Pida is he came here to beat Kadako. Because that's what he did. Both games. He said, Kadako, this is my tournament. Bye. Yeah. And whatever happened after that, my job is done. It's like he came like a hitman. Like, I have a contract for you, and my job is get you out of here, and mission accomplished.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he's going to go home, and a suitcase is going to be waiting for him at home.
Yeah.
Alongside that 7th place medal. But that makes us to our top 6 here, as we've gotten our 4 big matches knocked out of the way. And all that really leaves is those loser quarters and the winners finals, which we may get soon.
Yeah. If that's up next, that's going to be a wild one. Chipp versus Slayer is about as volatile as it gets in Guilty Gear Xrd. Chipp can control a matchup from start to finish. Obviously, once he's on you, has resources, teleport, YRC, amazing air buttons. Slayer has pile bunker. Slayer has buttons. and you don't want to get hit by those buttons as Chipp.
Absolutely. And this is a North American classic. Seen like time and time again, Daemendo and Bears going at it all the time. Pet to flip and like Crocs and socks, you know, and just your teams of both characters being well represented. And we're seeing that again here in our first 3 out of 5. So first to win 3 games.
Yeah,
we'll get the crown into Grand Finals winner's side, guaranteed top 2, and get feel a little more comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about this last night during Plus R. Winners Finals so important. There is nothing that makes you feel more comfortable for a Grand Finals than seeing that W next to your name and knowing that you have a set to give, don't want to, but having that in the back pocket is worth its weight in gold. So you know these players are going to be fighting tooth and nail, trying to punch that ticket into Grand Finals. We're going to see how we approach this. Obviously, Slayer, incredibly popular character, arguably one of the single most popular characters in the game, both in the States and in Japan. So Summit is going to be very familiar with this matchup.
Absolutely.
But as you mentioned, we have plenty of legacy American Chipps. Pat the Flip, Bears, all these players that have played this character. Crocs is also familiar with this matchup, so I expect some kind of, oh, what do you think? I'm thinking what you're thinking, but I'm thinking, and then someone's just going to get counter hit and die anyway.
Yep, and it's going to be shenanigans. You're going to see a danger time at least once. It's going to explode.
We can hope. We can hope.
Both the 2 nicest dressed people in the building about to face off. Winners Finals. Guilty Gear Exert, Frosty, Faustings, Samito Chipp versus Crocs and Sock Slayer. Let's go.
Yeah, and both these players' resume in this game is vast. They both have a lot of titles to their name. Let's see who's going to punch that ticket to Grand Finals winner's side and try to add another notch on the belt. And off the bat, Summit with a nice start gets the air confirm, and off we go. Alpha Blade tries to catch, all right. Challenge with forward punch, very nice. 2 confirmed so far, and already a nice 60% life lead, which means very little in this matchup for Chipp.
Absolutely. Got to keep this momentum going. All Crocs really needs that one opportunity. A nice backdash cancel. But I think, so, you know, Chipp is always going to have so many good tools to keep Slayer honest in a way of just like there's no easy escape from any of this. Nice 6P. Going to check there. Gamma Blade, a little bit of the damage. The OTG, and then the delayed jump slash. Going to hit that double overhead. Nice round from Summit.
Yeah, and of course Summit, a very calculated Chipp. Likes to play to his strengths. He likes to play advantage, not take massive risk. He will throw out a DP once in a while, but usually with meter to cover it. So he's going to try and keep that calculated stance here. He wants to pick his spots, not overcommit, because the damage disparity is heavily in Slayer's favor. Summit knows that, so we're seeing a lot of careful, calculated approach. So far working out, but now Ops to Burst doesn't want to take that damage.
Dancing around, Fubu's journey, get out of the corner, just wants to be out of Summit's effective range, which happens to be all over the screen. Dashboard, close slash, adding up damage, has to build up a lot of bar though. Finds the low, go for the reset, dead angle, gonna get punished, takes the bite, gets the hit, and gets the round.
Nice adjustment there from Crocs immediately after a pretty dominating round. Says, no, I remember this matchup, it's fine. Also, have a bite. And we go into the 3rd round of game 1 in this winner's final set.
Beta Blade comes out, connects, takes the risk, it works out. Good backdash, but still Crocs holding down big pressure. No punish in the Gamma Blade, but it's okay. Oh, too far for a bite, and off the wall he goes.
I was wait, is he going to crank the risk gauge more? Are we going to go for the command grab? Opted for the former, but out of range, so Summit does escape. Nice BDC to get out of the wake up, and now back to the corner.
Great blitz.
Yep, very nice. Takes a knockdown.
ID, air dash. No good pressure here. Now into trademark corner pressure. There's a burst available from Crocs if he needs it. Going to use the blitz back.
Yeah, that's one of the best defensive options you can use against Chipp's corner mix. Obviously, if Chipp expects it, you'll get tossed for your trouble. But a good guess there from Crocs, but now right back in the corner. Summit with the throw. What's the mix? Fakes the burst, and that's going to be it for game 1. Summit up 1-0 in winners finals. 2 more to go, and he will be back in grand finals at Frosty Faustings.
That's right. Could have waited for a bigger hit for that burst, but no, just said, I got 1 touch. I know what's available because people holding their burst, you know, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Give me that burst, though, right back at you. Massive damage on the back of that with the hard knockdown. And for a big guess, but the overhead gets blocked. Not the second one, though. And now we get our first danger time. There's the endless wings of the YRC. Big hit. next hit will do it. An immortal counter DP combo. You're so cool, Summit.
Wow, look at the damage. That is a grip into a knockdown. And the forward punch catches Crocs, jumping in. Suddenly Summit trying to run this comeback.
Stun is almost imminent. Oh, waited for the burst. Did it come to 6P? A hero burst from Crocs and Socks. There's the super, there's the block. Close slash not going to hit, but the 1, 2, 3. And now Summit, another round on the board.
You know Summit is exhaling a sigh of relief there. Went for the hard burst read and got nothing for it. Nothing feels worse than that when you're about to try and close out a round. But Summit does prevail and is up 1-0 in game 2. Would love to take a 2-0 lead here.
Great cross up and answers the dash forward with a forward heavy. Didn't see that coming, but a great mashup for Crocs.
Woo, the clash. Summit comes out ahead on that trade and now going to take some damage, but a drop into a reset kind of, sort of. We take those when we get them. Right now, wow, calls out the forward dash with close S. Are you serious? The balls on this man.
Oh, the dead angle too, far away from a real punish, but just a kick in the teeth. Slayer ain't looking too dandy after that one, and Summit 2 games up, trying to fly away, but this winner's finals ain't over yet.
Absolutely
game number 3.
Not. I have to highlight the amount of discipline and just confidence in your read to just mash S right there, seeing Slayer dash at you. That is someone who knows they believe in their process and they guess right, and Summit in a very dominating 2-0 lead, and right now Crocs is having a real hard time getting any momentum going.
Chipp sometimes stays on top of you, nickels and dimes you, making dollars, and right now Crocs just can't find any attack, anything until this close slash, getting some huge damage. Backdash with the crosswise heals, nice RC to keep yourself safe, but a 5P anti-air.
Yeah, very nice anti-air jab. Not quite able to finish it off, and Summit not exactly with a lot of life. Crocs commits the burst, gets the counter hit, pile bunker, and clutches. It feels like he touched him twice that entire round, and somehow Crocs, a 1-0 lead in game 3, a much-needed break from the run Summit was on, and now that momentum may have shifted. Catches the very back end of the beta blade, had it baited, but doesn't finish the job. Gets counter hit for the trouble, and now Summit on the mix. The blitz, the rebits fails.
And the read on the burst. Crocs will take this all day. Has the dead on time crossover. Gonna lose out to the DP. Summit ready, but not for the tech. Jump K into the footloose journey. But hey, that's a blow.
Sequence. What a sequence. I saw dead on time. I'm like, well, it'd be like that. And then the clash. But as you said, that's techable. And tech buttons is still something you have to account for in Xrd at all times. So Crocs on the board.
Even though he got on the board, that's a loss in my book. Cross up dead on time, losing to a player ready for it. It's like you're going to have to dig deeper into that wall if you want to catch me off guard. And right now, Summit with a big lead.
Yeah, there you see the Gamma Blade trade that happens. So in Chipp's favor to use that move up in your face. He's at advantage. And if you flash with it, you both trade. You get stuck in the catch animation. That's huge for Chipp. YRC trying to stay safer. Alpha Blade's out. Very nice escape. Wow, goes up, does the wall clean, catches. Nice forward punch from Summit, gonna take it to the wall. Crocs does have burst on deck and a whole lot of meter. Will it be used?
Oh, this is gonna be pretty much unburstable here. Gonna have to take all this damage off the sky, but the air throw to Harakiri, and now Summit on match point, one step away from a grand finals guaranteed top 2 here at Frosty Faustings.
Yeah, props to Crocs there. It would have been very tempting to try and burst that, but nothing doing. And now Summit with the gold burst, all the meter to work with. Going to set up the kunai oki. Good luck blocking that, my friend. And Summit right now on the verge of punching that ticket into grand finals. Crocs says, I'm just going to helicopter. Look at this man. Look at this man go. And he gets counter hit for the trouble.
Summit matching that with their jump K, using those triple jumps just to dance alongside of him. They're both having a great time, but Summit's going to have an even better time. One hit away. There's the burst. Grand finals within reach. The super.
Oh, no!
The dandy hit from the sky. That's huge, but the throw's going to finish the job. Summit 3-1.
Wow. I was worried there. The back end of direct hit dandy hitting means that if Chipp takes anything else, good chance a stun is coming out. But Summit gets the clutch grab, closes out this set 3-1, and now everyone left in this top 8 is looking up at the top and going, bro, I got to get 6 wins off Summit in Xrd? Like, what did I do to deserve this?
A tall order for anybody, even Crocs themselves, who get sent to that loser side, but a fun match either way. But you see that control, Summit, unshakable, unflappable. Our brackets pulled up here as now Crocs waiting in losers finals, and in losers quarterfinals we'll have RTW versus Lotus. That'll be Dizzy versus the Leo, and then we also have
Yousagi going to be taking on Mayumis, Johnny versus Sin. Somewhat of a classic Xrd matchup. It was a very common matchup in Rev 1 once Johnny got in the game, but I like that matchup a lot because Sin is one of the few characters like, no, I can actually poke with you. I may not be able to miscancel everything, but I do have food and I can poke with you. That one's going to be fun. But first, it looks like we are going to have RTW and Lotus. That's going to be an interesting one. How do you feel about Dizzy dealing with Leo?
I think that's fine. It's another matchup, right? Here's a character that wants to swing and really relies on these like one-hit escapes, but the Fish is going to make sure that Leo just has to hold this.
Yeah.
The damage potential is going to be definitely on the side of Leo, and so because against Dizzy, Dizzy can build damage herself, right?
Right.
But her controlling neutral and having that just suppressive Oki is going to be the scary part that Lotus is going to get around. And again, this is our previous year's champion, dressed as such, so RTW going to make it hell for Lotus. But either way, it's going to go to either one of these Titans. I can't hardly call it, but I know it's going to be exciting nonetheless.
Yeah, one of the other things that the summons, the Fish, and the projectiles really do is they kind of nullify the power scale of Leo's shield. Leo's shield is great against characters who stick their limbs out regularly. And if Dizzy pokes with Forest, yeah, sure, that's a thing you can try and throw against that. But Dizzy is not going to poke against Leo without backup. Going to be looking to get that screen pollution, get the little homies out there to offer protection and shielding. We'll see how Ray the Warrior wants to navigate this, try and keep a back-to-back title run alive. And right off the bat, already Lotus in the corner. Ray showing some respect, though. Backs off, like I said, wants those summons on deck. Does not want to try and go up there and just brawl with Leo. And so far, executing that game plan perfectly.
And you see, too, as well, Bubble also, we didn't mention, a big part of it, too. Kind of like how Alpha, when she throws the Pine Barrier with the shotgun, the Bubble is such a big stop sign for Leo, who doesn't have a normal run. Has to dash in, has to go for these, like, momentum attacks. But the Fish going to eat the reversal, going to bring big damage and an immediate Bubble, and just saying, here's a giant wall. Good luck getting past it.
Yeah, honestly, this is exactly what I would have expected, but you never know. Sometimes people get a little antsy when you go down to losers, try to establish a footing. Ray is smarter than that. He says, the only way I lose this matchup is if I get up in your grill and allow you to play your game. Going to do the best to avoid that. But this time, Ray is pushing the corner. That guard gauge, all right, that's about as innocent as you can get for a flashing guard gauge. Yet again, he gets hit. Wow. Burst Thirst costs Lotus his turn, and Ray escapes right now with the gold burst and has lots of meter on deck to play with.
You even see Lotus stopping, recognizing it was the shield Fish that activates with the damage, anti-air, crouching slash, big damage off that anti-air. There's the Ice Spike, Knives of Morning with the can kicks. Good pressure here, just advancing forward. RTW not wanting to press, allowing Lotus to get the grab.
Yeah, this is the one place Dizzy does not want to be. Dizzy does not have fast buttons. It is very difficult for her to challenge strong melee up in her face, but Ray weathers the storm. Ice Spike going to get a full confirm here.
So good.
And here comes the corner Oki pressure. Finally, Lotus does not DP, but nothing doing with the burst, and Ray holding steady and goes up 1-0. You cannot reversal out of corner Dizzy pressure. It's not going to work.
Bursts, no. Dead angles, no. DPs, flash kicks, sorry. That Fish is the ultimate homie. It's the strongest soldier. She is taking, this Fish is taking all the hits for Dizzy, protecting the queen, making sure that she stays okay, just like that, the run through, hitting the Fish. Cool, takes for the free punish.
All right, Lotus does get a throw here, so has the corner to see how long he can hold it, and if he can force Ray to hold down, but no, Ray weathers the storm yet again, escapes, baits the burst. Ray is on point right now, looking good, playing like our defending champion. Lotus just unable to get and maintain momentum in this matchup.
Yeah, nice blocks here, but all that means is RTW gets out with really none of a scratch, finds the IB grab, taking the round, match point RTW. barely any bruises on that Dizzy.
I love what Ray is doing. He is, as long as he has meter, as long as he has the resources, I'm keeping up the pressure. I'm going to play at max poke range, put the bubble, put the fish out. As soon as he's out of resources, he is backing off. He's making a summon and air dashing back and saying, all right, you figure it out. You come get me. It's such a smart way to play the matchup. And to this point, Lotus is unable to solve it, and he needs to solve that soon because he is on his last legs in this top 8. Ray going in for the kill. Right?
And then again, cool, if that's your turn, I'm going to take your turn over here. Gets the hit, gets the fire pillar. Ray the warrior, the strongest of Dizzy's soldiers, lives to see another day and still has a chance to be a two-peat champion. Doing it for our little island, Puerto Rico, the Isla de Cariño. My love, and nice to see Ray continuing on despite taking an early loss in Winner's Top 8.
I love watching him pilot that character. It's so cool. Dizzy, like, just did not get a lot of love early on. And her first release, definitely lacking a little bit. A little under-tuned. Made some adjustments going into Rev 2 and 2.1. And for the longest time, everybody's like, yeah, Dizzy's got some stuff. That corner mix is kind of gross. It's always been kind of gross. But she's not what she was. She's not that scary. And you have a couple Japanese players who are like, oh, you thought Ruki might have something to say to that. But the way this character has evolved and become an ongoing threat in this game, no one wants to fight Dizzy anymore, man. It's like, not fun.
You fight Dizzy and you're like, I used to like eating fish, but now like my stomach just turns at the sight of them. Fried catfish, I'm good, bro.
About
just
to
get
full,
me a salad, I'm all right.
About to go full vegetarian on this. Please,
Well,
no more seafood.
No, we're going to have plenty of meat on the table because we have the Sin player himself from Japan, Mayumis, coming up back on the stage. Had a great game to kick things off for the loser side. And is going to go up against one of the best Johnnies around the world, Yousagi, perpetually smiling and good vibes emanating from them. It's going to be a fun match.
Absolutely. And you want to talk about characters that can put out things that look like innocent mid-range pokes that suddenly become 60% of your life bar, where you're looking at two in the best of the business right here. Sin, obviously Fares, Johnny Fares. This is going to be a lot of fighting for footing, a lot of spacing, because both these players want to be at that ideal range, and it's going to be right on the tip of each other's pokes. So we are going in. Yousagi taking on Mayumis, loser side. Winner moves on, loser goes home, and right off the bat, Mayumis, a little bit of a poking life lead. And again, seeing that dance, Mayumis gets in, beak driver the corner, and continues the aggression.
I like this, so getting every little hit, making it count, takes a bite. Speaking of fish, that's what he did to Dizzy, his mom, and now beak driver gets the knockdown. Johnny on his back, as honest as anybody else outside of a backdash. Gonna lose a lot of life here. Namima plays it with the beak driver. That's a hood perfect, if I ever saw one.
Absolutely, just perfection right there. Just saying, I like my range. I'm taking you to the corner. I'm good with this. And a very strong start for Mayumis, who frankly has looked amazing every time he's come up on the stick so far.
I love this. Using that jump dust effectively. There's the elk hunt. Gonna go clip Johnny's legs. Double dash grab from Yousagi doesn't make the mark, and Mayumis finding a lot of hits.
Yeah, not quite able to get the full pickup off the air beak driver, but has a healthy life lead to work with right now. Ooh, misses on the air attack, and now Yousagi takes the knockdown. Right, there's that pressure. Nice, goes up, gets the air throw. Bakusai is out. Dead angle, nothing doing, my friend. That is level 3 misfinder. You are now wallpaper. One hits wide. The burst OTG. Yousagi reads it. Now, Mayumis escapes, but the confirm on the low misfinder, and Yousagi on the board.
All right, Mayumis hurt a bit there, but Yousagi bouncing back. As long as he gets those misfinder levels, he can always find a way in here, but a counter hit jump dust, a little hover, means a lot of damage. Maybe a wake-up throw got beat out, but the punt is good. It's going to mean a nice situation if we hit our one hits Y. All right, going to get the coin, level 3 available, and now Mayumis has to be extra careful here.
Yeah, Mayumis showing a lot of respect, using FD to try and avoid all that guard gauge build, and does escape. Ooh, the beak driver, go to the corner, my friend. Nice block on the 5D, but immediately continues the pressure. Eat beak driver again. Wow, baits out the anti-air by Vulture sees early. That is sick, my friend. Sick, nasty baiting out the anti-air.
A move so cool and so rare in a situation like that, it takes us that long to remember what the hell it's called.
Right? I have seen a lot of ways to try and work around anti-air. I don't know that I have ever seen that from a Sin player. That is some hellacious tech, and I applaud it. But Yousagi, unfazed, says, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm playing Johnny games. Johnny games revolve around level 3 Mistfinder, but a drop goes up, chases him, throws him right back in. Overhead, not able to finish. Gets the perfect, but we're seeing drops, and you don't usually see that from Yousagi. So if he can clean this up, I feel like he's going to be in pretty good shape. But right off the bat, Mayumis taking the far S into the full confirm and goes right back in.
And so scared to try to anti-air, the little delays on those jump attacks from Mayumis, but Yousagi gets the air-to-air. He's going to get that far hit, but we're getting a big wall bounce combo, and now Mayumis with a nice little lead, gets the counter hit low. Not going to go for anything bigger than that. Just happy to get out the Voltic Dane, but nice escape here from Yousagi.
Yeah, wow, great patience to avoid the Voltic Dane, and gets the confirm. Blackbeat don't matter, my friends. That is a one-hit knockdown. Bring the YRC's Y. The YRC again, trying to hold corner, but gets far S. But the clutch burst and escapes for now. The snipe with the level 3 Mistfinder. Yousagi taking it to the roof, but no, we get the burst, and now runs right into Voltic Dane, and Mayumis gonna run this back, even it up one apiece, and Mayumis on set point.
Can't be giving away those for free. Yousagi eating Hellfire super damage is no joke. Double counter hit for the round start, but the crouching heavy hits the anti-air, gets the knockdown. Level 2 there. Haven't seen any kind of attempts at reversal from Mayumis. Gonna eat this full rolling combo. One hits Y, all the meter ready to go. Level 3 is there, dares to throw. And that's gonna be pretty much a wrap.
That's a wrap. The stun with the style. My friend, let me see. Let me guess your card. It's this one. It's the death card.
It's always the Joker. My man with Lopolatro coming out here.
Absolutely.
What a way to go.
Absolutely.
I was expecting Why Not to run up and give the card to Mayumis there. It's like, bless you, sir. You have been anointed by the waters of instant kill here in North America, keeping Yousagi alive.
Yeah. And let us not gloss over there. Yousagi coughed up a second round in a heartbreaking fashion and immediately was like, nah, I got this. I know who I am. I've won this tournament before. But now in Game 3, already on the back foot, down 70% life.
Oh my God, so many close slashes trying to catch. Mayumis on the way down. Yousagi at a quarter life already. And now back throw, here we go. Big guessy on these pressure. The jump cross up into RC, almost had something there, but.
Yeah, a little too high up to be able to convert. Jump H has multiple hits, but not a lot of hits done. But Mayumis probably gonna try and close this out. No, opts not to, didn't think he had enough food. Goes in with the empty air dash into the throw. And once again, our Japanese Sin player 1 point away from moving on. Counter hit forward heavy. That's a grip of your life, my friend. And the burst needs to come out, but immediately back in. Mayumis unrelenting right now, on the verge of getting out of this losers quarterfinals.
Oh, fully charged beak driver. All this pressure here, super available for Mayumis. Gonna take a bite, gonna send out the Voltic Dane, adding up to checkpoint. 6P gets the anti-air. Mayumis with a clean perfect, taking it over Yousagi, eliminating them at 5th. And Japan's contingency here, both yet remaining in this top 8.
Yeah. Shout outs to Yousagi again, keeping the composure, pushing that all the way to the third game. Again, another one of our former champions. You know he'll be back. You're not keeping Yousagi down, but I am incredibly impressed with Mayumis' play, his style, and some tech. That Vulture Seas bait is the sickest thing I've seen in XVII in a hot minute. That was so cool.
Exactly. Just every little trick of the trade being busted out, and we get more of that a little bit later on as we're now into our top 4 of the XVII tournament here at Frosty Faustings. But before we jump into that, we're going to take a little bit of a breather, and we'll be back with more of this action. But don't go anywhere. We'll be back before you know it.
Friends, welcome back once again to Frosty Faustings 17, and we are down to our final 4. Guilty Gear XR Rev 2 here at the 17th edition. My name is Clage here with Raph, and now we are really getting into it. We've seen some amazing stuff so far, but only 4 remain, and 3 of them are staring up at the top, the literal summit, to try and go win this tournament.
Yeah, grand finals winners side all the way from Japan, the Chipp god himself, Sammito, waiting to see who they'll face off. We have losers finals, Crocs and Socks waiting in the wings, and losers semifinals our last 2 out of 3 matchup here. Ray the Warrior, aka RTW, from Puerto Rico, going up against Mayumis, the Sin from Japan, who has been a dominant force so far throughout this tournament, really putting his name out there as a person who's not really ever at least shown up to a Frosty Faustings.
Yeah.
And now getting top 8, getting top 4, and potentially more.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting matchup. We mentioned the Leo matchup. You know, it's so hard to deal with the fish. Sin, on the other hand, Beak Driver hits tripes. Elk Hunt low profiles. Vault gives him maneuverability. Going to have a little bit more room to play and try and deal with that game plan. Probably going to be a lot more difficult for RTW to just plant summons, use meter, and back off. Going to have to actually probably do a little bit more direct interactions. And again, the damage disparity is pretty large in this matchup. If Sin gets that counter hit Beak Driver, his mom is probably going to be very upset with the result.
I believe so too, but at the same time, the force of neutral that Dizzy can put out and the way that Ray can just structure everything once he gets going, Sin might be in for a spanking if Mom gets his hands on her, and right now, gets the grab, big throw, so hard to avoid getting grabbed by Dizzy, but there's the burst.
Yeah, Mayumis with a bit of a risky burst gets out, but immediately caught once again. And nice grab though, gets in, sniffs it out. What's the play? Nice cross up, goes to the corner, and immediately right back in, trying to maintain that pressure. Good defense, but the Voltic Dane adds to the mix. Ray with impeccable defense, and the air throw earns the corner back.
Can't keep getting away with these air throws. Full combo and confirms into a dust. Who do you think you are? Ramlethal gonna enjoy that into a hard knockdown. The Bite Fish, which is gonna deny any kind of mash out, extend the combo with the hot bubble, and that should be the round with the Guts Crush Far Slash.
I see you are defending champion. That backdash YRC for the instant overhead was filthy, sir, and Ray the Warrior takes the first round in loser semis. Mayumis struggling to get a little bit of foothold here, but let's see what kind of changes are made.
Okay, nice. Cool to move to 6P, turns around with close slash. RTW blocks it out though, very aware to know when a counterattack might be coming. The YRC, no ice spike, but it's okay until you get clapped by the Elk Hunt into a counter hit into some pressure.
Ooh, Bull Bash! Get ready, friends. This is gonna be a grip.
Oh, didn't get the heavy, and that's gonna be a gold burst for Ray. All the meter in the world for ice spike YRC is gonna have to keep Mayumis honest.
All right, Mayumis with a nice life lead to play with says, you know what? I can summon things too, Mom. Let's play this game. Can you avoid? And very nicely with Ray, but gets caught by the far S. Food's back online. We're going in. Again, baits out the anti-air with the Vulture Seas. This tech is sick. I see you, Mayumis, back to back, showing off your knowledge. And we are tied up 1 apiece in game 1.
I know, but Ray scrapping back at it. Gets the ice spike confirmed off the combo breaker under pressure. Empty low off the air dash. Firefish going for the fadeaway hit. RTW getting more damage, adding up, piling up. Oh, what an extension with the ice.
Yeah, managed to go up the side with the bubble. Mayumis does get back in, not able to really convert anything there, and Ray more or less escapes scot-free. Okay, this time, a little bit more of a conversion, not going to be able to get a knockdown from that height, but the 6P chase down, and Mayumis going in. They're going to have to show off that defense once more. Goes up, throws the JD, puts her son in the corner, trying to keep him in timeout, but Mayumis using meter does get out. What's the play? Showing a lot of respect back up, and the ice spike snipe. Our defending champion, Ray the Warrior, up 1-0. Seeing Mayumis making the adjustments, a little bit here and there, but right now, Ray just trying to cover every angle, keep all those bases closed up. But Mayumis off in game 2, earns the first quite early.
Yeah, but then right back at you, RTW gets the anti-air into a nice little extension. Forcing Mayumis to get this bull bash. That's going to be maximum damage here. Half-life already gone. Dizzy under a lot of pressure. Nice re-jump to try to avoid maybe a mash throw. Big lead for Mayumis. One more touch here. Multiple lows. Just keep
Lots
Denny
of meter
on
to
toes.
play with, a little bit of food. That's going to be more than enough. And Mayumis takes round 1 in game 2. Not going to go quietly and looking quite clean there.
All right, very nice. Here we go. Round number 2. Mayumis, the patient wait, knowing that Dizzy can escape with that double air dash, get it any time, but RTW finding another godlike air throw, putting up the bite fish, waiting their turn, trying to backdash escape, but the vacuum of jump heavy going to bring you right back.
Wow, what a confirm off of jumping heavy, getting maximum damage, says give me some more calories, I'm going back in for seconds, Mom. And right now, Mayumis looking to close out. Does he bait the burst? He does! Done to perfection, and just like that, 1-1, and our defending Frosty Faustings XVII champion down to his last life. Happened a lot last year too, and he never did quite get the job done. So, does Mayumis have it in him? Will he deny double back-to-back Legacy Guilty Gear champions? The anti-air whips, and right now Mayumis looking very confident, very good. Ray needs to escape the corner, needs to find that footing.
Mayumis just giving him any little inch, and anytime RTW tries to take it, has been answered in kind by big damage from Mayumis, but a grab from RTW, going to set up the Firefish. Air dash pressure coming through, but a good FD and all the space here, and Mayumis can play this patient and not overextend, maintain this lead.
Yeah, first time we've seen Ray with sustained pressure for a little bit here, and he makes the most of it. A big cash out, and the overhead hits. Mayumis opts to burst. He says, I don't want to go down around here. Nice air grab. What's going to be the mix? Wow, catches the backdash with the sweep. Jump H, makes the throw with stand kick. Ray out of food and goes in. Can Ray finish this off? Not quite.
And still no food there. The RC and the hitbox on the jump over. Ray laughing because Sin's jumping too heavy, just swinging from the fences. Pull back, point blank. That's going to hurt.
Mayumis on the verge right now. Already a solid life lead. Ray down to that last life. Can our defending champion make another comeback? Has burst available, but very little resource otherwise. I'm lying. That's a gold burst. We're ready to go. That meter is full. Voltic Gang coming out to try and challenge the summons, and Mayumis almost earns the quarter. Ray does escape, and now we go back to neutral.
Ray run under 6P. Little extra damage there is going to need a lot more than that. So it's plenty of bar. Cats and Mayumis not doing any FD in the sky. And now finally Ray getting to put on some big pressure, taking chunks out of Mayumis' life, who just has to hold this.
All right, using that meter, trying to get pressure. Snipes in the air, goes up, gets the air grab, maintains the corner. Ray the Warrior trying to push this to final game, final round. YRC trades. The burst whiffs, but no punish. Ray back in and gets the round. Mayumis' burst is empty and is going to have to win this last round with no burst coming back anytime soon. Final game, final round, loser semis.
Oh,
the counter hit, Junk D. It's gonna be a grip, friends, and the knockdown.
Bull bash again. There's the hover. Finally, Ray with the air throw. You want to bait an anti-air, get this grab, eat this damage. Mayumis stuck in the corner. Still no burst. Any of these mix-ups can spell so much doom here. RTW in their element. Finds the instant overhead. Gets the extension on your back. Guess for game.
Oh, challenges the forward heavy. Got crossed up on the input, but Mayumis does finally escape. Voltic Gang trying to gain screen space. The bubble is out. Ray is looking for space. Has a lot of meter to work with. Mayumis down to his last bit of life. Again, using Voltic Gang, trying to gain some neutral advantage, and goes in. Good defense from Ray. The Ice Spike regains turn. Using all the meter, trying to snipe it out.
Chipp can do it. Anything here, just one touch, a trade. RTW blocks it out, the 2P, and RTW eliminates Mayumis in a nail biter here in losers semis to make it on to losers finals. Puerto Rico zone and North America's strongest Dizzy, making it count.
You see the crowd. We heard this last year. Those Ray the Warrior chants going all throughout the crowd. We heard it all the way back here. You could hear it on the house mic. And our defending champion weathers the storm, is still alive. Big ups to Mayumis. That was a hell of a show. I learned some new things about Sin this weekend.
That was a lot of fun, just bringing some cool stuff to the table, using everything so effectively, just ran out of gas right at the end there. Literally, when they ran out of the calorie gauge, I was like, oh no!
You hate to see it.
You know, that's what makes it exciting. There's so many little factors to worry about and to really make that extra exciting. You couldn't ask for a better script. But now we're at top 3, Klage.
Yeah, we are here down to the final 3. Our defending champion, RTW, the Slayer Master himself, Crocs and Socks, and what awaits them is quite the hill to climb. Summit awaiting in grand finals, but
the literal summit.
The literal summit, the actual peak, but our defending champion not done. It was looking rough. Let's be real. It was looking pretty rough in that, and Ray's composure is honestly absurd. Like, he is unshakable in this game, and that is a massive compliment, not just because of how hard it is to do when you're under pressure, but Dizzy is not a good defensive character. Does not have good interrupt buttons. Her jabs have range, her buttons have range, but if you're looking for an interrupt or a challenge, you have come to the wrong character for that. And that's why you see Ray with that very good defense, blocking the Sin mix-ups, blocking the air dashes, being patient, not mashing on throw. His composure is just unreal, and it's what allows him to be the best North American Dizzy and one of the best Dizzies in the world, hands down.
And one of the best players in the world as well, and this is going to come down to two of the strongest grinders of this game in our side of the world.
Yes.
RTW and Crocs and Sock both just have played so much Guilty Gear Xrd. They live and breathe it, and it's a testament to not only the strength of their characters, but the strength of themselves. Going to go to a first to three. Whoever wins this set gets that grand final. Slayer versus Dizzy, and already Crocs going in. It's time to party.
Yeah, Ray probably going to want to try to play this somewhat similar to the Leo matchup. Put out the homies. Slayer's going to have a hard time just getting fish off the screen at range. You're going to see Ray probably trying to play out of that pile bunker and mop a hunch range. But right now, Crocs is looking real clean and has the corner, and Ray has to be patient here. That guard bar is cranked, but with that little life, it doesn't matter. Anything was going to wrap it up, and Crocs starts up 1-0. Very impressive considering Ray was already warmed up on the setup.
That's true, but Crocs always ready. Reading the book, understanding what I got to do in a matchup like this, but Ray finds a knockdown, sets the bite fish, gets a little hit. Crocs respecting it, getting tagged by it, going back into the pressure loop. There's the throw. Take throws for days, and the damage adding up.
Yeah, the scariest part of Dizzy's corner pressure is not just the mix-up. It's that he becomes the best grappler in the whole game. Like, the kick throw game is disgusting once you're in that position. And again, we're seeing Ray showing that respect. I have a massive life lead. It's time to not take massive risk. Play at the range, take my hits where I get them. Not able to finish the conversion there, but lots of room to work. Plenty of a life lead. Goes up and chases down with the jump dust. Ray immediately back on the board, and we are 1-1 in game one of Losers Finals.
A clean round for both players here. Now who will get this first game one? Who will be on the board between these two Titans? Already the fish eating the hit. RTW said, thank you, Fishy Fish. Gets the grab here. Another fish for the mix-ups in the middle. Crocs just waiting and baiting, doing their damnedest, but the air-to-air again, working out for Dizzy, big damage.
Yeah, I really like what I've seen from Ray, just putting the fish out and then just mashing on 2P, being like, you might get through the fish, but you're not getting through this. But Croc says, that's fine. I got plenty of combos. I got Slayer damage. Nice jump out, though. Avoids the bite. Gets back at range, and again, looking to pollute the screen. Ice Spike YRC to stay safe. All right, shield fishes out. Croc's respecting it, not throwing into it. We go again. Woo. Dashes through twice and gets the grab, and now has earned the corner. And Ray, once again, playing defense, gets bit this time, but the immediate stagger shake, but gets caught by the JP, and with this much meter, oh no, a drop!
It's all good,
Doesn't
though.
matter.
6P gets stuffed by the 6 heavy.
Yeah.
Crocs, little side, has the hat off now. A little too warm to be wearing all that indoors, but warmed up for sure in a nice first game. 2 more away in the grand finals.
Yeah, we are back to a first to 3, friends. We are in Losers Finals right now. Crocs and Sox trying to make this a quick first to 3 as he's got a 60% life lead to start game 2. But the mix begins. Gets hit by the stand heavy, and the Ice Spike catches out of the dash, but a jump out, no sir. Ray goes up, catches right back to the corner, and the mix continues comboing into the dust.
I love that. Simple knockdown off of there. Lively now in the side of RTW. Backs away again. It's your turn. Cool. I'm going to make this space, make this my place, put elevator decorations, and force that Crocs to really have to do their damnedest, even using a burst without using it a 10 on time.
Yeah, I really like trying to cover those angles. You know BDC Mappa is out there. You know forward dash is out there. Ray is really trying to make it so that Slayer doesn't have free ins, doesn't have an ability to just go, oh, there's stuff on the screen, I don't really care about that. No, you're going to care, and you're going to have to navigate the obstacle course. But nice anti-air jab from Crocs. Into the corner goes Ray, and suddenly, once again, Crocs starting us off with a massive life lead.
All right. anticipated the overhead. Instead, it's the low. RTW in this really bad corner situation. Crocs just needing a hit in the RC. Pile bunker. Gonna be the round with a perfect answer him back. 1 round away from going up 2-0.
Yeah, good discipline from Ray there. It's very tempting to get frustrated, hit the burst button, try and get out of the pressure. Oh, no.
That is Michelangelo's perfect artwork, right? You see God and man just touching fingers into a danger time, and right now, big danger for Crocs.
Wow,
Ouch.
60% off the mortal counter confirm, and now Ray with a nice life lead to work with, but is able to get out of the corner, and I expect we're going to go back to that kind of save. No, going in for a change. Wants to be aggressive, has the meter to work with, says I'm taking my turn while I can, and now we'll move back. Gets the confirm off the fire bubble, and on the verge. Did we flinch? We did! Oh my God, look at the damage. Ray going back in and just runs up and throws this man from the next county over. Ray the Warrior back on the board. 1-1. Did we expect anything less from these two in losers final?
Nice. Yeah, Ice Spike YRC just run up, get the grip, get the grab. 1-1 here. Crocs, stone face now, taking this as serious as heck. Gets knocked down into the fish, doesn't block low, and now we're running this pressure back.
I like the meaty sweep there, daring Crocs to try and do something on Wake Up. Says, no, sir, you're going to have to do a perfect BDC to get out of this, and if you can't, it is still my turn. Goes up and chases with the low, and Ray feeling it right now, but misses in the tech over into buttons, and Croc now has a lot of meter to work with. Wow, Helter Skelter connects.
Nice little damage. Big dash back, getting caught out. Helter Skelter once more finds the hit. RC doesn't want to use the burst here. Actually matches out, gets the Firefish, the run under, the extension. Either player's game here.
Nice defense from Crocs holding Stern there. Both characters down to that magic pixel, trying to stay alive. Any hit should clean out this first round in a very important game free. YRC backing off. Man, the respect from Ray, just constantly knowing when it's time to disengage, looking for that hit. Both players fishing right now, but Ray goes up just as he did last year, says, you want to take the skies? I have the perfect answer to that, my friend. Air throws are a Guilty Gear player's best friend.
Absolutely insane air throw, and again, the backdash or the up back, just beating out the close slash, making it so Crocs can't get any kind of extra credit from there to jump out from RTW. Still stuck in the corner. Good IBs. There's the 6P. Tries to make the escape, but Crocs not having any of it.
Yeah, goes immediately back in with Mappa, but Ray goes multiple air dashes in a row. Doesn't get anti-aired out of any of them, but gets bit. Oh, that's going to be a chunk into the corner. The overhead. And that's going to be a round to Crocs and Socks, literally back and forth every single game. Final round of game 3, and you want to have that 2-1 lead.
Yeah, big rubber match here. Grab, combo catching, the jump out, the backdash, what have you. A lot of IBs, but don't do you much. She's still stuck here, but a great backdash on the It's Late. Gonna let this throw come through. Now RTW in control.
I like that. Doesn't try to do the mix, says, no, I'm putting you in the corner. I know this is where I have the most control. Opts to take the throw and omit a little bit of damage, using all those resources. Out of meter again, will we see Ray disengage? Doesn't, gets hit by Mappa Hunch, but a nice challenge on the back end. Gets the knockdown. Throw doesn't go anywhere, but a forward heavy connects. Now we're more or less even here. Ooh,
nice,
all right.
Now, okay, Crocs, no meter for super here. It's going to have to do a regular burst. Gets tagged. There it is, and the bait with the block. RTW said you held onto this for way too long.
Yep.
Tried to save yourself at the last second, but the game-saving burst works less often than you'd like. One more game for RTW to get to grand finals.
Yeah, oftentimes what happens is you hold on to that burst, not wanting to get baited and have the round in, but then you get to a point where there's no reason not to bait. It's just a checkmate situation, and Crocs ended up in that spot there, giving Ray this 2-1 lead, and now all the momentum back in our defending champion's favor as he is pushing Crocs to the corner and to the brink, trying to take this first round in a set point match.
All right, finally give an answer for that backdash to get the 5P into the jump cancel. Go for the low. Instead, it's the backdash YRC. Ray not wanting to block either, and still has to hold his fire bubble. Into more pressure with the throw here. Crocs on the last leg from his first round.
Yeah, we're seeing Ray is kind of exploiting it a little bit, kind of just going up, taking throws. might need to see Crocs trying to challenge a little bit harder, but he's just been unable to convert any of it. And now our defending Frosty Faustings champion, Ray the Warrior, on set point, trying to go back to grand finals one more time. And looking good here, gets the first knockdown. Crocs able to evade, takes the air chase down. Crocs just trying to get a little room to work with.
And Mayumis the run-up throw after the two Ps and try to escape, but that is Aaron blockable if you're not FDing. Crocs running out of gas. They got a burst. They have no meter. Not even the 6 heavy as that hits a fish. Out. Ray. One more huge hit. The burst is all that stands for Crocs to save the day. Hazard of dead on time if they need it. Can they make this work?
Wow. Hit after hit, though. Crocs running this all the way back, has a lot of meter to work with. Helter Skelter has been hitting, and dead on time is going to confirm. Ray unable to deal with Helter Skelter right now, which is a little surprising. Crocs seems to recognize it. Is that his chance to get back in the set? Ooh,
yes,
the forward punch. Wow, went for the hard burst, nothing doing. Good patience from Ray, but right back to the corner.
All right, big round for Crocs. Really even things out and stabilize here. Finds a counter hit, more pressure. Ray with the backdash, makes the escape, but no. Get tossed right back to the ground. One more hit here from Crocs will tie things up, but a backdash YRC again and a challenge from Ray the Warrior.
Yeah, really nice challenge on the run-up 5K, and the mix has started. Crocs does have some meter, has a burst to work with, so Ray with a lot of work to do here, but he is holding serve, gets caught by the anti-air, and we are going to a final game 5. Losers, finals, Frosty Fausting 17. Our defending champion, Ray the Warrior, and Crocs and Socks. Get loud out there, make some noise. Let's go. Final game, losers, finals.
Ray, first hit, first knockdown, but a nice backdash jump cancel. Crocs don't want to hold this pressure, go for the power bunker, no good. Firefish is out, and the chase down. Jump 2K ain't gonna save you here.
Yeah, Ray trying to get back to basics, run the corner, get that offense going, using the meter to hold position. Goes up, throws him right back in the corner, but a BDC Mappa gets out, and the cross-up pushes Ray back to the corner.
And big backdash blocks the overhead, finds a chance to make their escape. Cross over, close slash counter hit, even things up. Crocs now with the lead and still has burst super available. There's gonna be it. Ray's escape though.
Yeah.
That's okay if you were Crocs will get punished, but Ray now big chance.
Ooh, the tech grab though, after the dead on time burst super costs Crocs a lot of resources. Still on the front foot, has a life lead to work with, and pretty much any hit now should be able to clutch it out. But Ice Spike YRC, and now Ray gonna get to run the Oki. Crossover into the low. What's the next one? Goes for that meaty sweep, nothing doing. Pile bunker gets eaten by the fish, and Ray trying to close out this first round.
And again, the fish taking the hit as well. In the Guilty Gear universe, the fish is the one that does all the eating and taking it. And now Ray has all the screen space they can use, gets to clean it with the ice spike, forcing out. Just the dead angle, going back in. There's the overhead, more pressure here. The air throw, no good. RTW with some space, gets the bubble, gets a jump dust, not enough to kill, but a meaty hit. No backdash from Crocs. RTW match point again.
Wow, bit of a scramble there at the end. RTW able to clutch it out with the standing kick, and once again, our defending champion on set point in losers finals. Can Croc have one more run back here? See if he can get back to challenge Summit once again, or will our defending champion clutch it out?
I like that. Ray not even challenging after the Mappa makes the escape, but the fire bubble pops. A little chunk of damage. Ray in control here. Crocs finally gets the burst back, but the tech gets grabbed up. RTW in the lead.
RTW on the verge of going back to a second straight grand finals at Frosty Faustings. Gets the hit, but gets pushed into the corner. Immediate escape. I like it. Very smart play. The chase down with the jump D, but crosswise heals. A big confirm for Croc, and now the gold burst. Ray has lots of meter to work with. What's the play?
Ice spike. There it is. All that meter gone, but Ray still in control. There's the firefish. There's the ice spike. There's the last burst, potentially from Crocs.
Yeah, Crocs with no resources left. Only a little over 40% meter to work with. Ray also no burst. The ice spike catches, and our defending champion, Ray the Warrior, once again gonna represent Puerto Rico in the grand finals of Frosty Faustings Guilty Gear Xrd. Give it up for Crocs and Shocks yet again. a top 3. Who could have seen this coming?
And of course, man put in the work, and with a bow, makes his way out of this top 8, puts the hat on too for that extra bit of flair. Came dressed to impress, and impress he did, make it that such an exciting set. But again, you mentioned how unshakable, how unstoppable Ray can be when he gets going even under pressure. So now, guaranteed top 2. We have hit the penultimate portion of our top 8. We have reached the peak, and we're going to have the summit.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. We've mentioned how a lot of characters, Leo struggles to deal with the fish and the projectiles. Slayer has to really spend resources to deal with the projectiles. Chipp, on the other hand, has a kit very well equipped to deal with fish and all the bubbles that are going to be coming at him.
Yeah, I mean, every little thing you need. The mobility unmatched. Anywhere Dizzy tries to escape to, Chipp will be there. You want to set stuff up, he's behind you. You want to be in the air, he's above you. No matter what, this is a zoner's hardest kind of character archetype to deal with. The damage, Dizzy can dish it out, just like anybody else, and Chipp taking that in tenfold. But Summit has 6 lives to play with, Ray only 3.
Yeah, and I expect Ray's fought this matchup a lot, obviously. There's very prominent Chipps all over the world, North America, Japan, and everywhere else. I expect Ray is going to be a little bit less willing to disengage just because he's out a meter. You're going to want to try get that corner and stay there. That's going to be the recipe for success. Going to have to pick your spots. And let's be real, Ray is going to have that defense on point. You are not going to keep Summit from running game on you an entire set. That's just not possible. Look at this crowd. They are ready. They know it is time to crown another Guilty Gear XR champion at Frosty Faustings. Our defending champion, Ray the Warrior, taking on the Guilty Gear legend, Samito. And we are going in. Samito winner's side, needs 3 to close it out. As you mentioned, Ray just got to win 6 games against one of the biggest legends in the game. No big deal.
It's not big deal at all. And we're locked and loaded in. It begins. Grand Finals. Guilty Gear Exerd Rev 2 at Frosty Faustings. Samito versus RTW.
Let's go. Last year's Grand Finals was one of the greatest spectacles in this game I have ever watched, and I want to see a repeat. I want my voice to be gone by the end of this set, bucko. Make me lose it. And if there's any 2 players that can, it is absolutely the 2 on the 6. Letting the intros rock. I love it. It's a Frosty Fausting tradition. We are going in Grand Finals, RTW versus Summit.
Right already. Both players giving the space, giving the respect, hitting that waterfall stage with the Find Me, turning invisible with the Gamma Blade, and First Blood going to Samito, getting some great damage and starting to control the pace.
Yeah, this is going to be the challenge, obviously, for Ray. Going to have to deal with the fact that Chipp is just going to be there. He is going to be on top of you almost the entire set. How well can Ray navigate this? This is different from any matchup he's played this entire top 8.
Gets caught turning a 2P, and someone's going to take that damage to the bank, doesn't get the re-jump, and misses the jump dust too. Ray the Warrior getting a nice hit, forcing the burst out. Someone just wants to maintain control. Nice YRC, and the Gamma Blade 3 for 3, hitting that.
Yeah, very powerful tool in this. It's a great way to get rid of fish. Obviously, you score the hit. It's one of Chipp's best starters. Probably going to see a pretty regular diet of Gamma Blades, especially at max range. But Ray, very nicely starting off round 2 with an air throw and gets the low. All right, we got that corner pressure. Beta Blade will not save you, my friend. Ray says, no, stick in this corner, learn where you belong. But this time, Samito with good patience, able to get out with the Alpha Blade. We've seen that multiple times today, but yet again, it's Ray going up. So good. Those air throws are so crisp for my man.
And they mean so much. And we get the firewall, but because it was OTG, doesn't finish the job. A Pixel in a Dream. Summit's still alive, but barely, but cannot take a thing. 6P, that forward P, the anti-air, making its mark, tied up in rounds.
Yeah, such an important button for Dizzy. It's one of her only real kind of disjointed buttons. Has the upper body invulnerability, but is a very low-hitting 6P, so actually has value in the ground game as well. It's good to see Ray relying on that, closing out that round, and we are 1-1 apiece in game 1, but Summit gets the knockdown. What's the mix? All right, Ray able to escape the corner, but immediately Samito right back in there and demanding that you hold these block strings.
Yeah, rough spot here. RW, though, just needs the 1 knockdown, but every time you see a fish get summoned, Alpha Blade has been the magic special. Swap sides, go under the fish, have no problem there. And again, Escape does not want to be in any kind of block zone, but takes a big hit. RTW lands major damage.
Yeah, obviously these hits going to be harder for Ray to get, but he's fighting Chipp. You don't need to open him up as many times, and now Ray with a life lead, but the Gold Burst. Samito has a full stick attention to play with. The air grab, and now crosses over, no confirm though, so Ray does escape. Gamma Blade YRC chased down with the crouching heavy. Jump heavy. Wow, Black Beat combo. Ray does not tech, and Samito gonna close it out with the super on a Black Beat combo. Hate to see that if you're Ray to start off this grand finals.
But if you're Summit, you take those. Give it the opportunity, does not drop the extra credit, and get in that big crush. Whatever guts there may be, now Dizzy on the back foot. Summit 2 games away from being your Frosty Faustings champion. There's the firewall, RTW trying to get anything but a beta blade to get Dizzy away.
Yeah, Summit already feeling it. It's like, no, I'm cool to interrupt. I think I trust my reads. I know what I'm doing here. You are not going to start this pressure for free. You are going to have to earn it just like that. He goes, you know what? Nah, I'm not taking a knockdown. I'll burn my burst right here and now. But this time, they're able to get a juicy confirm. Too high up for a knockdown, but that is a grip of Summit's bar.
Yeah, if you don't want to FD, Dizzy will make you pay. Far slash, such a good button for that. And already, RTW trying to go for the far slash again, but tech into jump dust, gets the counter hit roll, drops the combo, eating more damage. RTW still in a slight lead. Oh, and try to turn invisible, no good.
Yeah, both players with some drops here. The nerves, you know they are kicking in. It's grand finals at a premier Guilty Gear event. And Ray the Warrior using that run-up grab to perfection yet again, and goes up 1-0 in this all-important game 2.
All right, let's see what we do here. Ray making that space run up, hits the 5P off the wall. Gonna get some nice damage here, and Dizzy's gonna have to land. And that means Find Me, Alpha Blade, the follow-up, turning around, watch out behind you, and gets hit low.
Yeah, great punish there on the poke check with 2K, and Ray on the offensive. Samito waiting, trying to take his turn. The Alpha Blade again, you called it, my friend. That has been the escape route all day, every day for our Japanese Chipp god, and he is looking to try and take a 2-0 lead, but Ray gets the tech buttons, does not bait the burst, however.
And then just Alpha Blades down, gets the standing confirm, clipping RTW's legs. Finally, RTW, though, gets the fire. And Alpha Blade just being unstoppable. I mean, Ray, even if you block it, chips out of there. There's not really much Dizzy can do except just block it away.
Yeah, really going to have to find a way to deal with that right now. You're seeing Ray starting to make that poke check with crouching kick, trying to find anything that might deter that. But a throw into the corner, into the mix-up. Samito with no burst here, very little meter to play with, but does weather the storm, and is going to punish because Ray did not get enough meter to YRC the ice spike. Not quite dead yet. Can Samito close out the second round? Trying to chip out the FD. Ray is out of meter and out of life. 1-1 in game 2.
All right, getting it close here. Summit on the verge of being up 2. If RTW can tie this up 1-1, give him a chance to take a breather, have some confidence against Summit, who eats a lot of damage, eating the fish bites, the fire arrows, the fire fish, but a run-up 6P while invisible is going to make its mark, and more pressure here from Summit.
Yeah, you're seeing it. Summit, as soon as he's under duress, is opting to burst. Not going to let Ray run multiple options of Okuzeme in a row. The chase down with jump D, we know Ray loves to go up, keep the skies clean by a combination of JD and air throws. Again, that crouching kick starting to do some work, finding a little ground in this matchup. Again, Samito, the second he has a chance to use resources to get out of the pressure, he's doing it. He does not want to deal with this Dizzy. Wow, the bubble floats over 6P in a clash.
Summit's not stopping though, still putting on this aggression despite the clash, despite the guards. Blocks on the cross of RTW's defense, looking pretty good here. There's the Firefish, gets the hit on the other side, and Ray the Warrior gets a game on the board. We're tied up 1-1 in our first set of grand finals.
We told you, friends, you cannot kill this man. He is unflappable. And even going down 1-0 against one of the legends of the game, immediately turns it around. Really liking the minute adjustments. We're seeing the crouching kick, trying to snipe, trying to challenge. Forward punch, very beautiful anti-air there. And right now, Ray looking pretty clean. Can he keep it up? But immediately, Samito right back in there.
All right, gets across a good block from RTW, gets some space to move, and Summit just uses the burst. Half-life already gone, extra credit, And then RTW, oh, nice re-jump combo into the firewall. YRC air throw, where do you think you're going?
Yeah, very good. Wow, just runs up and pokes with a meaty, says, I think you might be pushing buttons, my friend. And Ray is correct and about to go up 1-0 in game 2. You know Ray would love nothing more to get a lead in this first set, knowing he's still got a long ways to go.
Absolutely, looking good here. But now Summit gets an early air-to-air, the mash out. The range on those buttons works so well, and all this life just disappears. The Firefish not active enough to take the hit yet, but RTW holding a nice lead, almost getting a punish, and gets goal burst for the troubles.
Okay, so Summit has a ton of meter to work with in the corner to his name. Gonna get the knockdown here. Nope, just gonna go to the center. Leaf grab, nothing doing.
Oh, that's so much damage off that leaf grab.
Yeah, wow. Tables have turned quickly here, and now Ray on the back foot gets chased down for a change in the air. Kunai's take it to the ground. Gonna try an OTG. Not quite.
Oh, the jump away. Oh, it's under the 5P. It's a fast button, but doesn't beat Crouchers, but the blitz is gonna beat the escape and attack attempt from RTW. Summit gets around, tie things up.
Very, very great awareness by Summit there. Saw that Ray did not have any meter, no chance of a blitz back. You hit that blitz, it's a free win from that point, and Summit cashes it out. But back and forth we go. We are kind of brawling now here, friends.
All right, gets a hit. Air throw from Summit is good. Takes the lead. Same side, jump heavy. Time to blend. Other side, max damage. And now RTW's got to be careful. Cannot take any more of those, but touch the Firefish to get some room.
Again, that 2K doing work, gets knocked down. What's going to be the play? The late air dash, he's in there. Summit is going to get a burst back here very soon. Has been using those instantly, and he gets it. Ray does not bait it. Will Ray use his burst? Doesn't. It's not baited. Ray with a little bit of life in this all-important third game.
Jump from Samito. The 6P! The anti-air from RTW. The lean back in the chair. The crowd popping off, and now Ray has a lead in the set. 2-1, can potentially find a reset here with one more game win and bring Summit to his level.
Yeah, what's going to be the next layer? What's going to be the next change? I've noticed Summit is bursting, dead angling immediately. He is not wanting to endure the pressure. Will Ray notice that? Will he start hard baiting some of these the second that burst meter lights up? You see it here. It's already gone again. Summit is on the back foot right now. Ray has the corner. Wow, that is a huge trade for Summit. That was about to be the round, and he does escape, but at a massive life deficit.
Yeah, I mean, then the defensive fish setup, sitting right next to it, letting RTW show Summit that I am big chillin'. I got everything I need to hold this down, but the Shuriken Super getting knocked out, and then something happened. You can't see nothing. I don't know.
I have no idea what happened there. I thought it was a hit, and we were going to see a full confirmed Summit. Next thing I know, gets knocked out of the corner, but once again, chases down. The mix-up will Ray off the burst. The hard burst bait, nothing doing, but enough meter to follow up, get the RC, and Summit back on the board, takes the first round of Game 4, trying to avoid that reset.
I love that little 6K after the RC there. A whole bit of throws. RTW finds a great grab. Is going to be able to set up a lot of fish, a lot of projectiles, and the burst out from Summit.
Every time that burst meter is lit up, the second he is under duress, he says, no, I'm done. Really want to see if Ray will make that adjustment and just go, all right, you want a burst? I will take that burst. Right. But it doesn't matter right now. Going back in, the grab's so hard to deal with. What's going to be the mix this time? The crossover, that was filthy by our defending champion and should close this out. Ray the Warrior on reset point here at Frosty Faustings 17. Can Summit run it back yet again?
All right, this is huge. RTW, everything in their favor. Climbing the mountain, they're trying to reach the peak and see if they could elevate to this status of champion once again. More pressure, gets the grab. Summit on their back. And gets hit by the low after the cross-up. And then a low again, so much more damage. The extension, close to a dizzy if you're not careful.
All right, YRC in, gets the throw. Summit does have burst back online as well. It has a lot of work to do. Gets caught again. The immediate burst is not baited. Summit does escape, but he is down to his last legs. On the knockdown, what's the mix? Nice defense from Ray. Escapes the corner, but gets caught by the crouching heavy. No combo, though, from Summit. Gold burst for Ray the Warrior. Gonna try and close this out. Looking for the reset. Holding down the corner. Spending all the cash right now. Gets the low end. Ray the Warrior, our defending champion, gets the reset.
has reached the peak and meeting Summit face to face. You are on my level now. You are not just the only one on the top of this mountain, but only one of us may remain.
Absolutely. Ray, playing to the strengths of the character, he goes, all right, you have mobility, you have teleports, you can run all around the screen, but when you're in the corner on your butt, you are just like the rest, my friend. You have to hold these mixes. Every time we have seen Summit does not want to deal with the mix-up. And it's showing respect. It's showing how strong Dizzy's mix-up is. You might block the overhead or block the delayed overhead, maybe even block the empty low. You're not going to block all of it and then get out of the tip grab.
And then
you're
blocking.
just not going to do it.
And then you're blocking cool, then you get grabbed. So all these extra layers to insurmountable offense here. Summit is going to have to dig deep. Both sides and losers. Our final set of Exert here. First to 3 for all the marbles.
Yeah, we see Summit actually changing colors. Does not have his color. If you know Summit, he uses the green chip color. It's not unlocked on our setup today. So we're channeling Bears here, another former Frosty Faustings champion. And Summit seems to have regained the composure. I like that we took a break there. Didn't immediately go back into the reset set. But Ray, tech buttons, and we're in there, and immediately the dead angle.
All right, backdash. Tried it with the YRC, but good block on the Gamma Blade. Still under pressure here. A tough little moment here for Ray. Invisible chip. Oh, OTG, Beta Blade. Interesting.
Yeah, no punish there for Ray the Warrior, and Summit looking very clean. That should be enough to close it out. And Summit takes the first round of this reset grand finals. Would love to get back on the board, kind of stall out this momentum from our champion.
Okay, empty jump into the throw, same side, the light drill. Hasn't really used that, but so good at setting up the mix-ups here. Went for the cross, some good backdash from RTW.
Man, Summit looking different right now, but there's that challenge from the crouching kick yet again, and again, the immediate burst every time. Not a single one has been baited so far.
Okay, I like it from RTW, making space after the tech. And gets the air throw, knowing that Chipp is in the sky after that kick.
Wow, we saw a new wrinkle, no burst. He says, maybe I can blitz out of this. No, you cannot, sir, and you are going to pay dearly for it. This is a grip.
And gets the overhead after the bubble setup. RTW gets that round. Summit's momentum come to a screeching halt. You hear it like a Sonic game.
It's incredible. You cannot flap this man. He's just like, all right, I got watched in that round. It happens. Chipp's pretty good. Let's run it back.
And run it back if we do. Alpha Blade, we haven't seen that too much again, having to actually hold the pressure, but a bubble counter hit, eat this damage. A burst is on hold for Summit. Kills the fish with an uppercut. That's how I feel.
Yeah, wow. Bold play there. And finally, a burst does not connect for the first time, and it's a terrible time for that to happen for Summit. Runs up and gets the grab, though. Doesn't have to deal with the fish, and has the mix. We begin the corner blender. What's going to be the play next?
Same side, a great backdash still from RTW once again. YRC off the backdash, the firewall's blocked, and a big run-in. Summit finding some damage, but RTW gets grabbed themselves. It's even here.
Yeah, both players out of burst, no meter to play with, and we are looking to close out this first game. You want that lead in a reset. The air throw, Ray trying to close out game one. Goes back in with the air dash, and Ray the Warrior has his first true lead of this grand finals, up 1-0 in the reset. Summit shaking his head, looking a little ragged. What do I gotta do? How do I close this out? How do I kill this cockroach?
I cannot get rid of the queen. She just won't go away. It's a 3-on-1. We have too many variables here, and Chipp is just gonna go in. He's gonna put this pressure. He's gonna get some solid damage on Dizzy, but once he gets tapped, it's such a big halt of momentum. It's so much damage that Summit just cannot afford to scramble.
Summit's been touched basically 1.5 times, and he has basically one combo of life left. Meanwhile, Ray's been getting bopped around this entire round. Still alive, by the way.
Want to grab off the tech, though, and almost took the burst.
Wow.
Not quite there. YRC from both. A good block and a jump away. RTW making space. A sliver of health. Summit in the corner now, blocking with their life to teleport out. Gets some room to breathe.
Wow, no resources for anybody right now. Ray does have a burst, but the counter hit, JD not going to even remotely burst that. At Summit gets on the board. One round here. Just for the folks at home, the score is reversed. It is actually 1-0 Ray, not Summit.
Okay. Now here we go. Burst out from Summit. Or not burst out, sorry. Just gets an early hit. Alpha Blade's out to kill the fish, get back to mid-screen, but a run-up grab, and again, RTW's grabs have gone unchallenged and unstopped.
Yeah, I feel like adding in the run-up grab has kind of been the big change in the set. That and challenging with crouching kick have really done wonders for Ray to get back on the front foot. And right now, he has Samito in the corner with not a lot to work with. Is going to get back a burst. The Alpha Blade escapes again. This time, we chase it down, and Ray evens up game 2 at 1 round apiece, trying to take a 2-0 lead and put a dominant start on this reset grand finals.
And you got thrown in the corner too. That just means that knockdown into the fish. The OTG burst just to deny that extra pressure and get a little bit of chance to run around. But look how hard it is to catch Ray. Catches Chipp. A big grip of damage off the grab. A blitz shield just to avoid the projectile, but that's not going to get you hit. And that ice spike going to do so much.
Ray is just on another level right now. Summit cannot get enough momentum to close anything out. Ray the Warrior is now on championship point. Can you believe this turnaround?
That's huge, huge, huge in Summit now. Taking that big second, the big think. Had everything in the palm of his hands, but Ray has just come and snatched it away bit by bit. Whatever is left, Summit is now going to meet a miracle to win this back 3-0. And RTW in the corner, taking the damage, taking the pain.
Yeah, new wrinkle there from Summit. Went up and just 6P right through the summon. But again, just when it looks like Summit is about to close something out, Ray gets an air grab and now is back on offense, and Summit is going to have to hold it for a bit. No grab this time, a little too early. Does escape, find me is on. Gets anti-aired. What a call by Ray, and now has the life lead once again.
That's the level Ray is on. He's anti-airing the invisible man. Someone you cannot see, not even a liability. A 6P is going to come out. We have a burst available for both sides. And Summit just going to get that clean hit and take a round again, but still needs so much more.
Very advanced layer mixed up there. Goes in with the air dash, cancels it out with the jumping 2K, the drill, and goes with the empty low. Hasn't shown that the entire set and needed it. Summit needs this game, needed that round desperately. And now, once again, has already earned the burst, has a half-life lead, but can he keep the momentum? Can he keep Ray from recovering? The blitz, gonna get the big damage right now, the mix, and Summit on the verge of getting on the board, but the blitz!
Reminding RTW that is a mechanic and a blitz right back, but you're still stuck in this high-pressure situation. Summit, though, very comfortable here. Has the burst, not a lot of meter, but it's okay. The bubble's going to get blocked. The drill comes out. RTW gets tagged. And the air throw again!
The air throw! Ray not done yet. He's back in. Is this going to be it? One more mix-up. He will steal this round and be on championship point. Summit escapes, gets the far S, and our Guilty Gear legend is now on the board. Not ready to go away just yet. This is what I want to see. We are not done here. It's not going to be that easy to keep that belt, my friend. Summit finally stops the bleeding.
There you go. Huge, huge game there for Summit. Had some answers here. Rushing down harder than ever. The Find Me's too are coming out really well. We didn't see that too often in the previous sets. Woo! There's the burst out. A lot of damage already on Dizzy. Gonna get the knockdown into a meaty Gamma Blade, and Summit feels like he's back to his old self.
It's like someone took the weighted training clothes off of Summit. He got one win and suddenly everything is good. But yet again, it's never that easy. But the counter hit Beta Blade. Will he be able to guts crush this? Should easily. Doesn't even need it. And Summit up 1-0 in Game 4, trying to even up this Grand Finals reset.
Okay, though, a throw from Ray. That's a start. In the corner you go without with a burst, but getting knocked down. Another fish coming in, eats the hit. Goes for the low, though. Stuck in this pressure. This is all RTW here. You cannot DP here. And this round is looking all Ray the Warrior.
Yeah, Summit not going to bother with a burst here. And Ray the Warrior, our defending champion of Frosty Faustings, on championship point in this Grand Finals reset. Here we go, the Ice Spike. Ray off on a good foot here. The Gold Burst whiffs. That's brutal for Summit. Now does not have much to work with. No meter, no burst, but he gets in with the double overhead, and the mix begins.
Everything's on the table here. Summit cannot skip a beat. Putting pressure on the teleport in space. RTW Ice Spike just to bait Summit from getting in. Gets jumped in on. Jump heavy. There's the knockdown. putting on the blender. Clean hit, the small knockdown, steals the corner, gets the damage in. One more hit from Summit can do the job.
The burst is online, but this is almost always burst safe. Will Ray try and use it? He does not, and Summit takes us to a final game. Frosty Faustings 17 for the second year in a row. Guilty Gear XR Rev 2 is going to final game, final reset. Make some noise out there. We are going to finish this one, friends. Ray the Warrior versus Samito.
Absolute insanity from both players. Summit with a second leads on life. The counter hit, Alpha Blade Plus, and look at that damage coming through here. Ray blocking for their life. A counter hit. Far heavy is going to be some solid damage, avoids the air throw. YRC lands in front, waits for the burst, gets a punish, but the Ice Spike, the pillar, has so much recovery.
Yeah, not able to punish. The burst does whiff, but nothing doing. Ray helps ops the burst as well,
nice.
And it connects. All right, mostly even the run-up jab, very nice from Summit. Gets the mix, doesn't have enough just yet, but chases down, and the grab, and that's going to do it. Summit has run this all the way back from down 0-2 in a reset grand finals, now on championship point.
Yeah, I know RTW is not the one to get comfortable, but Summit just turned things up to 11, blocking with all of their might. The fireball is there. Here we go. YRC run up, but no throw for you. Summit time to party.
Yeah, jumps out, now earns the corner, gonna take it. Gets the mid-screen knockdown finally on and goes low. You cannot see it, my friend. Oh, but a trade that benefits Ray greatly, but Summit chases down again. It's the hit. He is on the verge. The burst is not baited. Ray is running out of resources right now.
Gets a hit. Air throw's no good. Summit gets a grab. One more hit can do it. Goes for the low. Ray jumps away. Run up. Crouching heavy. There's the grab from RTW. Going to get an extra damage. No burst for Summit. Gets some pressure. No time for Fish. The Ice Spike. The jump in. Full damage. Time to guess.
Ray is alive. The Alpha Blade gets out, but it's blocked. No punish. Ray trying to stay alive. He is in. Is this going to be enough? Not quite. One more mix-up. Can Ray push this to final round? He gets it with the low. Final game. Final round. Frosty Faustings 17. Let's go.
The big finale. Either one of these monsters can get the W and get the championship. The bubble pops, and so does the burst. RTW with a nice lead. A big block, but gets hit by the low. And now Summit going for the mix-ups.
Ray playing immaculate defense, staying out of everything. Goes up, gets the hit. He's got the knockdown. Samito gets the Alpha Blade out. Man, back and forth, a little bit of scramble right now, trying to gain advantage.
Pressure's on, avoids the Ice Spike. YRC in the backdash. Trying to get a hit here, but crouching kick, leading up. Alpha Blade back to neutral.
All right, Ray is in there. Samito, no burst, very little meter, just burned a bunch empty, but gets the jumping heavy and catches with the anti-air, and now the knockdown. Where's the mix? Good defense for Ray. Jumps out of the grab, the Ice Spike. Where's the mix? Can Ray close this out? Gets the grab. Does he have enough? Defending champion goes back to back. Ray the Warrior is your Faustings 17 Guilty Gear XR Rev 2 champion. What a hell of a show.
Final game, final round for all the marbles, all the way from the loser's side. Makes it happen, Captain. The pride of Puerto Rico does the damn thing, and the crowd popping off for Ray the Warrior.
Absolutely absurd composure. Can you imagine someone looking you as an eye, someone who's played these games for 2 decades like I have, and go, hey, you want to keep that belt? Just go beat Summit 6 times without dropping a 3-game set. No big deal, right? Like, super easy. How many times do we see him under duress and just be like, all right, I don't have any buttons to mash. I don't have a good reversal. Guess I'll just play defense.
I will block for my life and make it count. And Summit bringing it back, making those adjustments, really taking it to Ray in a matchup that went just so much back and forth, but RTW just staying solid as a rock and bringing Dizzy to the upper echelon, not once but twice.
Yeah, incredible. But we talked about this last night. You don't see back-to-backs at this event in Legacy Guilty Gear. It's so damn hard, my friends, to, like, go back and look at Top 96. I dare you. Go look at the bracket. you will be sweating when you see the names that are already playing each other to survive all the way through this monstrous bracket and go back-to-back against one of the greatest to ever do it in the world in a matchup that most Dizzy players are going to tell you they're not terribly fond of.
Yeah, of course, but being uncomfortable is what makes you take that next level, swallowing your pride and really bringing out that other part of you that makes it to that point. We saw RTW go up there dressed up in the champion's gear with the champion's belt and the champion's mentality, and you put all the pieces together, and what do you get? You get a champion. But give it up. I mean, Summit, though, all the way through, landing in that winner's side with a big win over Crocs, and then turning it around after the reset and almost making it back 3 straight. A huge feat in and of itself, despite it all.
Yeah, that was so impressive. The fact that Ray is on fire. He gets the reset. He wins the first 2 games in the reset, and you're like, I'm in. I've got it. I've got the matchup down. I'm in this man's head. And then, okay, I dropped a game. That's fine. That's why I won the first 2. Oh, we're going to final game. Oh, we're going to final game, final round. Like, brother, I would have been sweating, shaking, and probably passed out with foam in my mouth long before ever getting to that final game. Not our defending back-to-back champion. He holds firm, and he is taking home that belt once again.
Absolutely. The trophy is going to look nice under their mantle, and an insane top 8 all the way throughout. Again, all 8 different characters, 2 players from Japan, 1 from the Czech Republic. Seeing this representation this late in the game's lifespan, just showing the determination of so many talented people, bringing the best to Frosty Faustings. The future will continue to shine bright for Guilty Gear Xrd, available on PC with rollback netcode. People are always
we're waiting for one more.
Week in and week out. It's never too late to jump in. You might not have an offline scene, but there's people online who help get you good. Have some fun. And you could be as strong as Ray the Warrior.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's give lots of love to both Arc System Works going back, putting rollback netcode in this game, supporting it well after its normal release life, and massive shout-outs to all of the Xrd community. Pat and Irene keeping it strong over on the West Coast, running Xrd Tuesdays, running Only Mids, all the other grassroots Xrd online tournaments and locals that get played. This is a 10-year-old game, my friends, over 10 years old, and it is stronger than ever. The competition is stiffer.
Oh, is that other thing on? You can hear it?
You can come up and knock off a literal giant, someone who has dominated every single one of these games he has played, and that is where Xrd is right now in 2025. And frankly, it only can get better.
It can only get better. It's going to continue to get better. Frosties might be the peak, but there's still plenty of 25 left to enjoy some amazing Xrd. Tell your other major events this game will get the love. Pass it the run it or run it yourself. It's a community effort from everyone here at this level, and you want to see it flourish. You want to see it thrive.
No, I'm not going to.
What? Hello, testing, 1, 2, 3.
Test.
Like,
Yeah, well, it's not on the stage.
I said it earlier. Last year's top 8 was one of the best spectacles I've ever seen in any Guilty Gear top 8. I've commentated a lot of these. I've been doing this for a long time. And last year blew me away. And I'm like, man, we got some massive shoes to fill at the 17th edition. They're filled probably with concrete, thrown into the ocean and said, yeah, we can run that back. We can top that one. And it's an incredible show. We are so lucky to get to watch this and bring this to you all. Hopefully you all enjoyed. We're going to get our championship presentation up here shortly. Rav, what do you think, man? Where do we go from here? I know the year just started, but good Lord.
Sky's the limit. All we can do is keep going higher. The summit is there, but we have more we can reach, and that's just going to be the tale of the story. Enjoy the games you love to play. Support the games you love. No matter how old, people are willing to play. Have a great time. And the biggest thing is you make your own story. Enjoy some Guilty Gear or whatever you like, and just keep on rocking.
We keep it really simple. There's one very simple statement that revolves around Xrd and all of the series in general. It's really easy, friends. Play Guilty Gear. That's all it takes.
That's all it is.
That's all we need. Imagine this could be you. these players, when XVII was in its prime back in the day when it was the newest Guilty Gear game, many of these players you see in these top 8 weren't even playing the game.
That's true.
Weren't even involved in the FGC. And now they are up here on the biggest stage fighting some of the biggest names to ever do it. That can be you, friends. All you got to do is start. Check out the Discord. Check out the game.
What up, Frosties?
And
What'd you think about that extra top 8?
Champion.
So before we get to our top 8, a reminder, we don't get to be here without the support of Frosties. If any tournament's going to hold us down, it's going to be Frosty Faustings. So thank you, Frosty Faustings. We good to go? All right. Tied for 7th place, we have MarlinPie. Also tied for 7th place and repping the EU Raven. Give it up for Pida. USA. Tied for 5th place. You've seen him in top 8 way too many times. Yousagi. And also tied for 5th in what I believe is the first top 8, Lotus. Oh, second, excuse me. My bad. In 4th place, the strongest Sin in Japan. Give it up for Mayumis. In 3rd place, the dandiest man out there. Give it up for Crocs. It sucks. Woo! And in 2nd place, the strongest ninja in the village, Sammito! And in 1st place, your reigning, defending, 2-time back-to-back Frosty Faustings champion, Ray the Warrior! Now you really gotta learn that dizzy matchup, huh? Give it up one more time for our top 8.
All right, yeah, I just want to say thank you to all of you who watched XVII, played XVII. I love this game so much. It will always have a home at Frosty as long as Frosty exists. So we hope to see you enter again next year and play Guilty Gear. Pat, sign us off. You know what to do. Where's Pat? Sign us off. Come on, man.
Love your life. Be good to one another and play some motherfucking Guilty Gear. Thank you, Alvin. Thank you, Alvin. Thank you, Alvin. Thank you, Alvin.
Friends, this is a special event, and if that doesn't show you damn why right there, I ain't going to be able to explain it to you. If you've never come to a Frosty Faustings and you got chills run up your spine, you got those goosebumps from watching this entire spectacle, come out. We would love to have you here. We want to meet you. We want to see you playing, enjoying, being part of this scene. It is our honor and our pleasure to be able to bring you these matches. Always a pleasure to work with you, my friend. What do we even say? What do we even say after that?
We got nothing more to add. Pat the flip, hit the note on the head, take that to heart, enjoy the rest of y'all's night. For myself, Clage, the XVII community, and for Frosty Faustings, enjoy the rest of the show. Plenty of other great tournaments to go. But remember, play Guilty Gear, keep on rocking. We love y'all. Until next time.